If you're retired like me, or maybe you're heading towards retirement, or maybe you're just looking for a little side hustle to make a little extra money, stay with me today and I'll show you what I do. I like to find stuff to resell online, and I'm going to hit the thrift stores today and I'm going to show you exactly what I find to sell. And I just never know what I'm going to find at any given moment, any given day, so it'll be exciting. And that's what I enjoy about the whole thing, is you just never know what you're going to find. So if you're like me and you want to do these things as a side hustle, then stick with me today and I'll show you what I'm finding to sell. All right, let's take a look in here and see what we can find. This is a Goodwill in the area. Let's see what kind of, looks like yellow and green today is the tags. Yellow and green. All right, so the cart is filling up. I've got a lot to look over, and some of the stuff is priced a little high, so I got to really check everything to make sure my margins are there. But this is what it's looking like so far. Not too bad. All right, so I just got out of that store there, and here's my pile. Let's take a look. I'll go over everything and I'll explain what I got, why I got it, and how much I paid for it. All right, so my total today was $143, and I got 24 items, so that came out to $5.95 per item on my buy cost. So 143 is, I don't know if you can see that, but 143, 24 items. Pretty good overall. And today is senior day, and one of the really only benefits for getting old is getting a discount. And they give you a 15% discount here on senior day. So that really helped me. I think it saved me about 25 bucks on the total cost. All right, well, let's take a look at what I did get, and I'll explain what it is and why. So first up, I got these Cool, K-U-H-L, and there's the tag on the inside there. These are women's black pants, and I've done pretty well with these in the past. These were $8.99. Not a smoking deal by any means, but a decent deal, because usually I'll get close to 30 for these, somewhere around that 30 point. And then next, I found a whole bunch of these like dress golf pants on one particular rack, and today the yellow tag was 30% off and the green tag was 50% off. So I think if I got that right, or maybe I got that backwards, I think it might have been yellow was 50% off. And yeah, yellow was 50% off, green was 30% off. I showed that at the beginning of the video. I'm already forgetting, but these particular pants were $9.99, so it should have been half off. These are FootJoy pants. They're really very nice. I mean, almost perfect condition. I think I've sold these before, but for $5 I just had to get them, because I'm sure that I'll be able to get around 20, 25 for these. We're getting into golf season right now. Weather's getting really nice. These will definitely go. Like I said, I don't really sell FootJoy stuff that often, but those were just very nice pants. Had to grab them. All right, next, on that same rack, probably from the same person, were these Roan pants. Look exactly like those FootJoy ones. And what caught my attention was this in the what it says there on the in the inseam, or the waistline here. We do not take a trip takes us. And then I saw the Roan on the button there, so I knew. And they also have, Roan has the 3 X's, and these pants have them somewhere on the leg here. If I can find it. I know they have it here. I saw them. Yeah, there it is. The 3 X's like that on the embroidered. So these were, again, half off, so $5. I have not sold Roan pants. I've sold a lot of their shirts and like hoodies and stuff. So I don't know. I didn't really look these up, but just because of that brand, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get around 30 for those. And I found 2 of them. If I'm not, yeah, here's the second pair right here. And again, Same person, I'm sure. Nah, so half off, so $5 on these. And these should do really well. If I could turn into 30 on those, that's a good one. All right, here's a similar brand, name-wise, Rourke. And another brand I don't find often or don't really seek out, but these are board shorts. They were $5. They have a nice like Aztec pattern on them. So I thought I'd give them a try for $5. They got a nice little hit on the back pocket with that pretty neat southwestern Aztec pattern. So for $5, I think what I was seeing on those are about 15-ish, 15 to 20. Not great, but not bad. All right, here's another pair of those pants. These are FootJoy, another pair exactly like the other ones, half off. So $5 on those, like mint condition. I mean, like literally, I don't know if anybody ever wore them. I got to do a better job folding them, but when I get home, I'll lay everything out and so it's not wrinkled up. All right, next, found these women's Judy Blue jeans. These are the boot cut. What are these? They're boot cut for sure, yeah. The boot cut version. They were $8.99. I do okay with Judy Blue. I know it's not one of the higher end brands. At least, I don't know. Some models I'm sure can be really good, but this particular model, I don't know on the boot cut, but probably going in the low 20 range, maybe 25 on that. That's if my wife doesn't grab them before I can sell them. All right, next I got this Pendleton hoodie. There's the tag. And I normally wouldn't have got this either, but because it was $6.99, so I probably would have gotten it. But what I really liked about it was this graphic on the back. I thought that was really neat, and Pendleton names spell out like that. It's missing the drawstring, but probably around $25 on that, I'm thinking. All right, and then this one, I wasn't sure about either. I have not sold this brand, but it's Beretta, and it's a long sleeve wool, 100% wool. Yeah, 100% wool. This is full zip men's jacket, good size. I think it's an XL. It is, and it has the shoulder pad things there. Not really pads, but just the different material there on the shoulders. Full zip wool. I know we're getting out of the cold season, but there are some areas that are still going to be lingering cold for quite a while. And this I did pay up a little bit on. It was $14.99, but when I was looking it up, I saw these going around the $60 to $70 range and had a pretty good sell-through right now. So if I can get this listed quickly, hopefully I can move it quickly and it'll go. But it's very nice condition, it looks like. I'll have to check over everything, of course, but it looked good to me in the store. Does anybody else have good luck with Beretta? If so, put it in the comments. I'm not really sure. I don't think I've sold it before, but again, the comps convinced me to go ahead and pick it up. And what I mean by comps, if you're new to it, is I just look up the sell-through rate, which is I do a search on eBay to how many of that particular item show up as being listed, and then I filter down to sold, and then with sold I will see how many sold. So that gives you an idea within that 90 days is what eBay posts, is that 90-day range, how many were listed versus how many are sold, giving you an idea of that demand for that particular product. And I know that it skews a little bit because of the seasons changing, but overall you should have a pretty good guide by that to see how quick you can sell it. Some things obviously may not sell, they may sit for a while, and some things actually may move a lot quicker than you expect. That's what I find anyway. Next up is this Cremo, I think you say it. I'm not sure. Sorry if I butcher that. But the reason why I got this, I don't normally get this brand, but this is a nice rugby shirt. That's how I'm going to list it. Keywords rugby. It's a long sleeve, really nice pattern, very nice condition, and it also was half off of $6.99. So I really couldn't pass up on that. It feels like it's never been worn I don't know what it's going to be worth, but again, keywords, I think it's going to sell pretty quick on that. Next, I picked up this Brooks Brothers. I really like this color and this pattern. And what's important for me, anyway, on Brooks Brothers is it has this embroidery, their logo right there on the chest. If it doesn't, it seems like it takes a lot longer to sell. But if it has this embroidery, I'm sure people like to wear it and show it off. But I like this color, and it's not the best size. It's a medium, but it was a good price too because it was on sale, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was the yellow tag again, so $6.99 with the yellow tag. So 350, is that right? 350 on this one. And Brooks Brothers always sells good for me. And a lot of people dog on Brooks Brothers, but you know what? I've had really good luck, especially if it has the logo on the shirts. Some of their other stuff, it's still been pretty good for me. So I don't know. What's your experience with Brooks Brothers? Let me know in the comments. Next, I found this Tommy Bahama 100% silk, and it looks like I've never seen that tag. I don't know. Has anybody else seen that tag? Because I don't remember seeing that tag. It is made in China, but it has a nice all-over print with the palm tree. I like to get the silk shirts if they have a nice print all over. And also, this is an XXL. And that's a great size. It was $5.99 on the green tag, so 30% off on that. So great pickup on that one. We're getting to that season where the silk should do well. And here's another one. Speaking of, this one is also 100% silk. It's an XL. And again, all over print. It's not like super blow you away, but it's a nice, nice print all over. And what did I pay for this one? I did pay $5.99 for on the regular price, but still for $6, an XL silk. I will try to get around 25 to 30 in that range, and normally we'll get that. So I'm okay with that. All right, next I picked up this. What is this? Oh, this is pretty cool. It's a Nike. I'm a real sucker for sports stuff, but this is a Nike, like a baseball, Philadelphia Phillies, baseball pullover with a button snap. Really nice with the Nike. Anything Nike with sports usually does well for me. This is an XXL, and I did pay $6.99. I really think this is going to get probably around 25. I'm going to shoot for that 25 range on that one. Next up, I found, this is a brand I don't find often, but this is Holderness and Bourne, and it's a great brand. It does have a logo embroidered on the sleeves, I thought. Maybe not. Or maybe on the chest, no? Yeah, it has a logo on the chest, right there. I don't know what that logo is. I'll have to look that up, but it's pretty. You don't even hardly see it. This is an XL polo, really nice shape. Again, heading into that golf season, $6.99 on the regular price. I'll probably be looking to try to get around 25 for that also. Next up, I found this pretty cool Colorado Buffaloes. It looks like a baseball jersey, even though they don't really have, as far as I know, they don't have a baseball team, I don't believe. The Colorado Buffaloes, it has a number 6 on it, front and back. And it's a good size. It's Champion. It's 2XL. And it's just a unique piece. I don't know. You have to find just the right buyer for it, but it was only $5.99. So I thought I'd go ahead and take a chance on it. It's got the Champion there too. So, yeah, I don't know. Might be good. I feel like it's going to be a decent sale. Next, I looked on the $2.25 rack. They had purple tags, and I found this Under Armour, and it's just a button-up with the front pocket, short sleeve, like a fishing lightweight shirt. I've sold these before. They don't get a lot of money, but for the 225, I'll probably be looking at $15 to $18 on it. And again, it was purple tag, so 225. This is a nice piece I got today. It is a LL Bean wool vest, men's vest. Real heavy Sherpa lined or fleece, you know, kind of thick lined. Really nice, really nice. I did not look up this particular model, but if you do, look up, if you're looking for LL Bean, look up the code right there on the tag. And this one's the OGGX3, I believe. And it's 100% lamb's wool. This will sell. Everything I get LL Bean like this can get you some good money. And I'm thinking I'm going to get around 40 bucks for it, but it may go a little higher. I just need to get it listed quickly and see if I can get this moving. Now, I did pay $9.99 for it, so, you know, I'm going to have to try to get around 30, you know, 30 on up for sure on that one. All right, next up is another brand that I don't normally find. And I've never found pants like this. These are like fleece joggers, and this brand is Stio. And Stio is usually a really good brand, especially in the men's stuff. And I believe these are men's. They're fleece. I saw the logo right there on the side. And it's like a, I don't know if you could see that, but it's like an acorn embroidered right there. And again, I haven't found this brand. It's a large men's, it looks like, and it was only $5.99 on the regular price. So potentially I'll be looking around 20-ish on these, maybe a little more, hopefully. Next, I got another pair of cool pants. I think these are men's this time. These are the Revolver, and there's the tag right there. And you can, if you look on the inside of the pants, you can see the model. These are the Revolver. These I did pay up for. Now they're $12.99. I considered my 15% discount because I don't like to pay that much for these, but these will get around 30, maybe a little bit more than 30. So with my discount, you know, I'm still hitting that pretty close to that 3 times my money mark. And these normally sell fast, especially going into the summer where hiking and everything is going to really get ramped up. The weather gets nice. Next, I found these Prana pants. It had a big hit on the back with that tag. I don't normally find these. They're kind of like just a chino pants or whatever. Kind of a nice canvasy feel to them. They were only $6.99. Is probably why I decided to get them. Otherwise, they're, you know, I don't think I've ever sold this model. It does have a side pocket, like a carpenter pocket here. So I really don't know on these, but men's Prana pants always sell for me, and normally I like to get like more of the you know, the hiking pants, but these are basically along the lines of that. And I think for that price I'm going to look around 25 to maybe 30 on these. And then another pair of cool pants. Actually, these are women's 14 long, really big size, long, tall. It's got the nice hit on the back. Interesting color, like a aqua or I don't know, turquoise or teal. And this I paid on the yellow tag $8.99, so half off, $4.50 on these. I don't know about that color. I'm a little unsure, but because it's different, hopefully I find the right buyer on that and I can get around 30 for those. That was it for the clothes. And then for the hard goods, I found this interesting dog collar called Night Ease, or Night Ease, I guess, or I don't know. And it was only $3.99, and it was green tag, so that was on sale, and 30% off of that even. And being brand new, I saw these when I looked them up. They were going for around 20, low 20s on these, so good pickup, and it's a good size too. It's the XL. And I don't know how it really works, but it has like a retractable collar right here where it pulls out. I'm not really familiar with it. I don't have a dog myself, but anyway. And then next I found this. This is a good find, and I knew what it was right away when I saw it. Let me know in the comments if you know what this is, or But this is, I have one of these at home and I use it myself. It's an Omron fat body fat monitor, and you can check your body fat when you through like a bio, I think it's like a biometrics or something they call it, where they use battery power and it just kind of radiates through your body. I don't know all the details of the technicals of it, but I found this for $5.99, and when I was looking it up, I saw some of these used sell around 50, 60 bucks. So I'll be happy. Anything 30 on up on this will be a great pickup. So I'm real happy with that. I'll go home and test it. I know how to use these because, like I said, I have one at home. Anyway, I may stop by one more store and then head home. This was a long trip over here. I spent a lot of time, but that's the great thing about being retired is I have time to shop. When I got in here right away, there was quite a few other resellers hitting the racks. And, you know, I still found some good stuff, and I spent more time going through. I actually found a lot of good stuff in the women's side. They confuse things or they don't put them in the right areas, and I found a lot of good men's stuff in the women's racks. And a lot of it, unfortunately, was just a little overpriced for me. I'm gonna have to come back and hope they're still here when the price goes down. But I did find, as you can see, some pretty good stuff. And being retired and being a part-time hustle like this is, you know, the beautiful thing is I have time to invest in shopping, and then I can get home and start cleaning and listing and double checking everything, and hopefully get some quick sales out of this batch. But either way, most of the stuff will sell because of the sell-through on almost everything I did look up. I should get some pretty quick sales on some of this stuff. So excited about the haul, and like I said, I may go to one more store. If I do, I'll toss it in here with the video. If not, thanks for sticking with me till the end. I appreciate all your support, and we'll see you on the next video. All right, one more stop. I'm going to check out this little store over here, and I haven't done real great here, but I think today is senior day here too, so I'm going to check it out. So we're actually getting quite a few things here in this store so far. I'm going to keep looking, but got a few good things. Got some shoes. These are SAS shoes. $9. I don't know. I'll have to look those up. Got some Danskos. Got a couple fishing pot rods. Some Polo Ralph Lauren shirts so far. Alright, so I just got out of that store and paid $51 for everything. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like maybe 10 things. I don't know. First up, I got this Ariat shirt for $5, and pretty nice because it's got that logo down the sleeve like that. Pretty cool. It's the rebar long sleeve. I got 3 Polo Ralph Lauren shirts, whatever, however you pronounce, and they all have the embroidery pony. Looks like that one's got, I'm gonna have to clean the collar on a little bit faded on that one. They were like $5 or $6 a piece. $6, but they're all the pink. Maybe it was the same person that donated them, I don't know, but they're all in good shape other than that one collar I just noticed. You can see this one the collar looks fine on, I think, but $6. They're all short sleeves, so that'll be good for summertime. Picked up this Logitech Extreme 3D Pro for $3, and it looks like it sells around 20, so a little bit of profit. Got these Danskos for $6, and they're pretty good shape, just need a light cleaning. And then picked up these are a Solo, and they're the Gore-Tex. They're women's. I don't know what size they're. I'm gonna have to research because I can't find the size, but they were like $7, I think. Yeah, $7. I had to get them because this brand sells for quite a bit, and they're clean for the most part. A little bit of a wipe down on them. So long as I can find the size on them, I think I'll be okay. And then I got a book for myself just to read and a puzzle. for home, because we like to do a lot of puzzles. I guess that's what old people do. I don't know. Anyway, got this fishing rods, 2 of them. This one was $4, and it's got the little Zebco, this little Zebco I-44, I think that is, or 144. I mean, mega reel, underspin. I've sold these before, and I can usually get like 20 for the reel. I don't know about the rod. I'll have to look that up. It's an Eagle Claw rod, so I'd be happy to get, I don't know, 10, 15, maybe like 15, 20 on that. And then this one was $6, and it's a Zebco 909, and I looked that up, and just the reel goes for around 25, and it has a quantum light Shakespeare, I believe that's Shakespeare rod. So I don't know how much I'll be able to get the rod. Maybe like 20 on each rod. So pretty good overall on those. All right, I better get home now. I got a lot of stuff I got to get listed and get working on. So, well, thanks for sticking with me today. That was it was a good trip, or good day shopping today, between the 2 trips. I'll have to add everything up, but I think I did pretty good. So appreciate you sticking with me clear to the end and watching what I do to pick up stuff to flip online. And that's my plan. I'll see what I can get out of this stuff, clean it up, test it, wash it, all that good stuff, and then get it listed. So anyway, thanks again. We'll see you on the next video.